Welcome to Keep Moving with Emily outside today. We're gonna get our bodies moving today doing some repetition. We're gonna get a full body workout doing some different interval style. And all you need are some weights. Obviously this workout can be done seated or standing depending on how you're feeling today. I'll be doing a combination of both so you can follow along with whatever version feels good to you. But we're gonna start off with our body scan that's up on the screen. So wherever you're at, sit up nice and tall. Sitting on the edge of our chair, core is engaged. Let's just take a big breath in and a big breath out. All right, checking in from our head to our toes. How are we coming to class today? How's our fatigue? Exercise can actually help with the fatigue, so hopefully by the end of class you'll feel a little bit more energized. But just notice that if you need to give yourself permission to take a seat and do it seated, do that. Check in with your mood, your cognition. Obviously exercise can help with our mood too, so keep that in mind as we move our bodies. Checking with any pain, spasticity, tightness in our muscles, balance issues. At the end of the day, this is your workout, so do what feels comfortable to you, and we'll have a great workout, all right? Set that intention. Why are you coming today? For me, it's just to get my body moving and help you move too. So let's take a big breath in, reach those arms up overhead. Big breath in, and exhale. All right. So we're gonna sit nice and tall, and we're just gonna kind of start from looking from right to left. Again, sitting on the edge of our chair, core is engaged, looking over one shoulder and then the other. Good. Just warming up that neck. Hold a lot of tension in our neck. Good. One more on each side. Look over the right shoulder, then the left. Good. Then look up to the sky, chin to chest. Good. If you get that weird electric zing when you bend your neck forward, just don't bend your neck forward. Just look up to the sky and bring your head back to neutral. Nice. I don't know if you're able to hear the sounds of the water and the birds chirping, but if you have an opportunity to get outside, I encourage you to do it. So good for our physical, mental, and emotional health. Nice, last one. Perfect. All right, let's do some arm openers. Open up those arms nice and big. Tap that foot to the side if you're able to. If you're standing, you can shift your weight from side to side or side step with this arm opener. Again, it's your workout. You do what feels comfortable to you. I always start seated and then I get standing. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms are out. Arm circles. Oh, I'm not following along with my plan, but that's good. Let's add in some knee marches with some arm circles. Good. And reverse it. If a knee march doesn't work for you, just keep those feet flat on the floor or add that knee march. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. We're going into skiers. So you're gonna inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, arms kind of come down to our side, bending forward. So reach up almost like you're skiing down a mountain. Good. We're starting to warm up that back as we hinge forward, bringing that chest towards those thighs. Working on our shoulder mobility as we reach up to the sky and bring hands down to the sides of our legs. Good. Good way to get that blood pumping. Woo, stretch out that back a little bit. Let's go for 2 more. Reach it up, inhale. Exhale down. Last one. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's go for some shoulder rolls. Rolling those shoulders back. Add in those elbows if you want a little bit more range of motion. I always kind of add that because it feels good. Nice big circles. And forward. Like I said, today we're going to be doing some repetition with our intervals. We'll be doing the same move multiple times in a row. So we'll be working neuroplasticity, which kind of recreates neural pathways, which is good for MS. So it'll be good. Repetition's good for us. And shake it out. Spinal twist, reach across the body, twist and twist. You can also just stay here and twist from side to side. I like adding that arm. We're working our brain as we reach opposite arm to that opposite corner. Nice. Twist and reach. Beautiful. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now we're gonna move into that reach over. Place that forearm on your thigh. Reach it up and over. And other side. Nice stretch in those obliques, those side abdominal muscles, those shoulders. We're getting in a full body workout today, so we gotta make sure our body is prepped and ready from our head to our toes. Let's go for 2 more on each side. Reach for 1 and 2. Nice. All right, we're moving on to our lower body. Start with some knee hugs. So you're gonna grab underneath the knee, pull the knee up towards our chest, rotate in that ankle point and flex the toe, and then you'll release that leg and switch sides. Now, if we've got some tightness in our hips and our legs, like some spasticity, you can always pull and release a couple of times and then switch legs. Good. Working on some ankle mobility, warming up those hips, not holding for too long. We're still not quite yet warmed up for long stretches. Good. All right, let's do 1 more on each leg. Pull that knee up. Good. Other side. Nice. All right, we're gonna move into some hamstring scoops. So I'm gonna extend 1 foot out in front of me, heels on the ground, toes pointed up. I'm gonna reach down towards that toe, reach up to the sky, bring those arms down. So nice stretch in the leg. As you reach up to the sky, hands come down, nice stretch in the chest. Good. We're gonna stay on 1 leg for about 4 to 5 reps. And then we'll switch sides. Let's do 1 more. I love this one, feels so good. Kind of a nice full body dynamic warm up. Pull that leg in, extend the other leg out, heels on the ground, toes pointed up. Reach and scoop, reach those hands up to the sky. Bring those hands down to your side. Nice, I feel it in my core, my shoulders, my back, my hamstrings, all the things. Nice. 1 more here. Reach and scoop. Nice. All right, pull that leg in. We're gonna finish with some windmills. A little bit of cardio, a little bit of brain work. So arms are wide, legs are wide. We're gonna touch opposite hand to opposite knee, shin, or ankle. So I'm gonna reach down, touch opposite hand to opposite leg, and then sit nice and tall. Working some spinal rotation, our brain as we touch opposite hand, opposite leg, and a little bit of cardio. Getting that blood pumping, because we're about to start the meat and potatoes of our workout. 2 more on each side. Here's 1. And 2. Nice. Alrighty. Grab your weights, grab your water, because we're gonna make sure we're hydrated. And we're gonna get started with our first round. I'll explain what we're doing, and it'll kind of be the same each round, just different exercises, all right? So let's go. All right. How it's gonna work is we have 4 exercises each round, and we're gonna do a cardio first, then some sort of an upper body exercise, a lower body exercise, and then a core exercise. So there's 4 exercises per round, but each exercise we're gonna do 3 times through before we move on to the next thing. So I'm gonna walk us through what our first exercise is. We're gonna do it 3 times, 30 seconds each, 10 seconds rest. So we're doing some high intensity interval training, lots of repetitions. So by the 3rd round, you know what we're doing. When it comes to some of the strength exercises, we might focus on one side for 30 seconds, the other side for the other 30 seconds, and then alternate for the final 30. But just follow along with me. Like I said, we can do this workout totally seated or standing, depending on how you're feeling, but I'll show you modifications for both options. So our first exercise are cherry pickers. This is a great cardio exercise, really gets the heart rate up there. If we want to do it seated, we're going to go hands to the sky, hands to hips, and then you're going to reach forward like so. If we're standing, we're going to go hands to the sky, hands to hips, mini squat. 3 rounds, 30 seconds, rest for 10. Let's do this. 30 seconds of work, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hands to the sky, hands forward if you are seated. I'm going to do the first round seated. If you're standing, you're just reaching those hands up to the sky, mini squat, and then back up. So anytime we reach hands up overhead, you are going to get that heart rate up there, which is so good. Cardiovascular exercise works our heart and our lungs. It's a pretty intense workout, even from a seated position. So keep it up. You're crushing it. Good. And rest. Woo! All right. Good. Round 1, done. 2 more. Same exercise. This time I'm going to do it standing. If you're doing it seated, same thing. Are you ready? We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hands to the sky, Hands to the hips, mini squat if we're standing. If you're seated, you're reaching it forward. I like reaching it forward because then I don't get dizzy. Good, we're working our legs, our arms, our heart. You're gonna notice getting a little out of breath. Nice. We don't have to go for like super speed. We gotta pace ourselves, but you're crushing it. Almost done. Then we got one more, and then we'll take a break, and we'll move on to our next exercise and rest. Perfect. Catch your breath. Nice big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. When we start with cardio, it just really primes our brain and our body for the rest of the workout. So it's all part of the plan. Final 30 seconds. Cherry pickers. Let's go. I'm gonna do half standing, half seated. You're doing so good. I figure let's get the hardest exercise out of the way right out of the gate, right? Good. If ever we get tired, take a seat. Give yourself permission. Woo. Let's go. Almost finished. Stay strong. Almost there, and rest. Woo. If you need some water, grab some water. Our first upper body exercise, we're not using any weight at all. We're going to be working postural muscles, which means all the muscles in our back. So we're going to be doing I's, Y's, and T's, just like so. So I'm not using any weight at all. I'm just pointing those thumbs up to the sky, or fingertips up to the sky, back to the center, Y, back to the center, to a T. Again, we can do this seated or standing, but we're really squeezing in those shoulder blades, working those postural muscles, so making sure our core is nice and engaged, working that range of motion too, okay? I'm gonna grab a swig of water, and we're gonna get started. This is our first upper body exercise. It's nice to know we don't have to use some weight for some of these exercises. Sometimes we find ourselves with no weight, so very effective. All right, are we ready? First round of 30 seconds starts. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I's, Y's, and T's. Good. Reach those arms up to the sky. Then like you're doing the YMCA. And then T. Pulling those thumbs up and back. Nice, slow, and controlled up and back. Y. We're working our cognition too. Because I gotta remember, I, then Y, then T. Nice, almost there. Rest. Good. Seated, great option. Making sure we're sitting on the edge of our chair, core is engaged. If we're standing, slight bend in those knees. Next set starts in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I's, Y's, and T's. Squeeze in those shoulder blades. Good. I reach. Notice those shoulders are having to work. Woo. Feel it in those back muscles. Squeeze. Nice job. Perfect. Working shoulders. I can feel it in my shoulders. I can feel it in my back. And rest. Woohoo! Shake out those arms. Even with no weights, still kind of intense. All right, we got our final round here for upper body. If you want to do it seated, take a seat. If you want to stay standing, you stay standing. We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Final round of I's, Y's, and T's. Squeeze. Ooh. It's also kind of a nice little stretch in the chest, in the shoulders. Nice. Perfect. Stay strong. We're almost finished. Let's do a couple more standing. Let's go. And a rest. Oh my goodness. All right. We're moving on to the lower body. This one is one of my favorite lower body exercises, mostly because it's a functional one. We do this every day. Sit to stand. So you're gonna stand up, and then you're gonna sit down. 3 sets of 30 seconds, 10 seconds in between. If standing doesn't work for you, we can do leg extensions. You can choose to do right side for 30 seconds, then left side for 30 seconds, and then alternate for the last one, or alternate for all 3. It's up to you. All right, so we're working that lower body, quads, glutes, and hamstrings. If you need to use like your arm rests on your chair or a walker, something in front of you to help you stand, totally fine. Just make sure we push through those heels, stand nice and tall. All right, let's do this. Ready? And first 30 seconds, let's go. Stand up, find your balance, and sit down. Stand up, find your balance. Sometimes if we slow things down a little bit, it really recruits all the muscles we're working rather than just letting us like fall down. We gotta control ourselves up and down. Nice. Good work. Almost there. If we're doing it seated, again, we're doing alternating leg extensions. And rest. You got this. So in theory, we do each exercise for about 1.5 minutes. So it's a lot of work. We're working muscular endurance and also some repetition. Round number 2 for sit to stands or leg extension starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Push up. Now, if you want to make this harder, you can always add resistance, hanging onto a weight, 2 weights. It's up to you. You can also have your legs a little wider if you want. Toes pointed out. It's a great way to kind of change it up just a little bit, still doing the same motion. Or if we're starting to get tired, we just do some leg extensions. And rest. Nice job. Woo! Final round. 30 seconds, then we got some core. All right, take a big breath in and a big breath out. Final 30 seconds. Ready? And let's go. Sit to stands. Nice. Like I said, we do this every day, so we want to make sure these muscles are nice and strong so we can get up from the toilet, up from the couch, up from the table. Good work. More than halfway there. Almost there. Sit to stand, leg extensions. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woohoo! Rest. Shake out those muscles. Nice job. All right, we're moving on to our first core exercise for this round. So we've got sit up with 2 punches. So I'm sitting on the edge of my chair. I'm gonna come back, touch those shoulder blades to the back of my chair. Then I'm gonna sit up, punch, punch across the body. We're working our core as we twist. We're working our core as we sit up. So I want you to inhale as you go back, exhale as you come forward, punch, punch. Also, if life is hard, this, great way to channel all the emotions, alrighty? Now, if you wanna make it harder, you can always add weights. I'll let you take that or leave that, it's up to you. All right, same thing, 3 sets of 30 seconds starting. Now, let's go. Sit out, sit back, punch, punch, lean it back, exhale forward, punch, punch. Good. Really twist as we punch. You're gonna engage in the core as you exhale as we sit up. Good. It's almost like you're doing 3 core moves in one. Lean it back, exhale forward, punch, punch. Good. Take out any frustration right here. Rest. Good. For this next version, if you want, we're gonna sit up and I want you to punch up high, almost like doing crossover punches, which is another fun cardio exercise. All right, are we ready? 30 seconds starting. Now let's go. If you want, reach it up high. Good. Punch up high. We're working our brain. We're working our core. Helping improve our mood as we get these endorphins going. Let's go. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a rest. Nice job. We got one more round. And then round number 1 will be done, and then we're moving on to our next set of exercises. All right, here we go. Last set. Come on, 30 seconds. Sit up with those 2 punches. Really extend that arm. Lean it back. Let's go. Use that breath. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Punch, punch. Good. 10 seconds. Nice. Perfect. And rest. Good job. Grab some water. Make sure you have those weights handy, and we're moving on to round number 2. Let's go. As you grab your water, we're moving on to, I guess it'd be technically like circuit 2, round 2. We're gonna do a similar move that we just finished here. We're doing crossover punches, so that means we're reaching up to those corners, punching up to those corners. If you wanna make it a little bit more speedy, just make it a little smaller, like little X's in front. We might be going down, we might be going up, we might be doing a combination throughout these 3 rounds, so just have fun with it. Again, if you wanna do this one standing, we're really reaching. If you wanna tap that foot to the side, that's gonna add a little bit more challenge, a little bit more balance, so keep that in mind, or you can just stay standing and do those crossover punches. Cool? So we got 3 rounds, 30 seconds, crossover punches. Are we ready? Yes, we are. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Reach and punch, punch. Once you figure it out, if you want to speed it up, go for it. We're reaching up high. I feel it in my core. I'm also getting in cardio, brain work as we punch to the opposite corners. Or you can do nice, slow, and controlled. Really reach, work in that range of motion. Remember, we have 3 rounds of 30 seconds, so pace yourself. Breathe. Almost there. And rest. Woo! Stay standing. Shake out those legs. Rock back and forth. If you need to take a seat for round number 2, go for it. We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up. Come on, change it up on you. Down. So we're going down to those opposite corners. Punching the outside of our leg. Good. Keep it up. If we're standing, we're here. Up. Good. Almost finished, almost finished. Keep breathing. Keep moving. And rest. All right, now we're gonna go up, up, down, down for the last 30 seconds. Challenge your brain, a little bit of coordination, cardio. We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So up, up, down, down. Working our brain and our body and our cardio. Nice job. Up, up, down, down. Perfect. Keep it up. We're almost finished. Stay strong. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Boom. Rest. Nice job. Okay. We're moving on to upper body. We're going to be working our biceps, you know, these muscles right here. So we're going to work single side, and then alternate for the final round. So whether you're standing or seated, we're just going to curl up with the right and down. Okay. Now, if you want a little challenge, we're going to isolate this other muscle and hold our weight here. So as I curl, I'm holding the other weight in my other hand. If that's too difficult, don't do that part, okay? Again, we can always do this standing or seated, depending on how you're feeling. Standing is an exercise, so I encourage you to stand if you're able, but if not, stay seated. All right, so again, I'm gonna hold one weight out to my side, elbows glued to my side, arms at 90 degrees, and I'm curling up and down with my other side. 30 seconds there, then we'll switch, and then we're gonna alternate. Here we go. 30 seconds of work, starting now. So I'm curling while isolating the other one. We're working our brain, we're working our biceps, upper body, core stays strong. Good. If we're seated, we're just sitting up nice and tall on the edge of our chair. Curl. So I'm inhaling as that arm comes down, exhaling as I curl up. Nice. Good. Almost finished. Nice, slow and controlled. And rest. Now we're gonna kind of switch it up. So this time, my right arm is holding the weight, isolation, and then the left arm is curling, okay? All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I want you to kind of think up for 2 counts, down for 2 counts. So we're nice, slow and controlled. We're not going for speed for this bicep curl. Good, again, standing if that works for you. Nice. Other arm is holding that weight. Woo, good. Inhale down, exhale up. Good work. You are crushing it. And rest. Beautiful. All right, our final round, we're gonna alternate. Up with the right, up with the left, and then together. So I'm really gonna challenge your brain for this one. All right, right, left, together, 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up with the right, lower. Up with the left, lower, and together. Good. Work those biceps, work that brain. If we're seated, are you sitting up nice and tall? Is your core engaged? Are you sitting on the edge of your chair? Nice work. Stay strong, my friends. We're almost finished. Then we're moving on to lower body. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Nice work. Okay. Drop those weights. We're moving on to lower body. We're going to be working some balance. So keep this in mind depending on how you're feeling today. I got options for you. For those of you who want to do this standing, please hang on to something, whether it's a chair, a countertop, a wall, a walker. We're going to be doing knee raises, but the same idea with our bicep curls. We're going to go right side first, then left side, and then we're going to alternate our knee raises, okay? So making sure we're hanging on to something as we raise that knee up and down. Now, for those of us seated, we're going to kind of lean back slightly in our chair. I like to hang on to underneath my chair, and I'm lifting that right knee up, then left knee, and then alternating. If I need to physically lift, totally fine, and then we'll alternate. So right for the first 30, left for the second 30, together for the final 30. Cool? All right, figure out which version you want to do. We're going to get started in about 10 seconds. I'm going to do this one standing. Right knee is lifting for the first 30. We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lift and lower. Core stays engaged. Yep, good. Try not to let this hip dip. Squeeze in the glute that's standing. We also don't need to lift that leg that high. If I only need to get it up a couple inches, you're still working your hip flexor, core, and leg balance. Good. Single leg balance, super important. We want to challenge our balance because this helps prevent falls. It helps with our neuromuscular connections. Rest. So, challenging our balance is very good, okay? If we're seated, you're just lifting that knee or physically lifting. Left side this time starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Left knee comes up and down. Now, depending on how your balance is, if it feels safe to you, you can challenge yourself, see if you can go hands off. But if that doesn't feel good to you, please hang on to something. Good. I feel this in my quads and my glutes of the standing leg. I feel it in my hip flexor and the leg that's working. Good. Those of us seated, we're here. Good. Or I'm physically lifting. Nice work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick rest. This time we're going to alternate right, left, like a march, essentially. Alrighty? Seated, marches, or lifting, standing, find your balance. Start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Right, then left. March, march, march. Good, find that balance, lift, and switch. Yes. You're doing so good. Keep it up. We got about 10 seconds to go. Stay strong. Notice I'm not going super fast, so I gotta find my balance. I'm also on a slope, so that doesn't help. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Legs are feeling it. Take a seat. We're on to our core. We're doing a weighted sit-up. 3 sets, 30 seconds. Grab your weight, hold it to your chest, and what it looks like, I'm gonna show you from the side. I'm gonna lean back, exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale back, elbows to knees. Now I might throw in some challenges. You may take them or leave them, that is up to you. We're just gonna do good old weighted sit-ups for the first 30 seconds together. Are you ready? Sit on the edge of your chair, grab that weight. If the weight's too heavy, just drop it. you know, listen to your body. Ready? And go. Inhale back. Exhale forward, elbows to knees. Inhale back. Exhale. Good. I like to inhale through my nose. Exhale through my mouth. I really feel my abdominal muscles engage. Good. Nice, slow and controlled. Inhale back. You can get an effective core workout from a chair, as you can tell. Good. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Nice work. And rest. Good. All right. Now you are welcome to do the same thing for the next 2 exercises, or add in this fun little challenge that I'm going to show you. As we lean forward, you're going to reach that weight forward and then pull it back to your chest as you lean back. That way you're getting in some tricep work, some chest, some shoulders, but that's up to you. Take it or leave it, all right? Next 30 seconds, I'm going to show you from the side. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Inhale back, exhale forward and reach. You can also do this with no weight. That also works. Inhale back, exhale forward, reach. Nice. And you're working a little bit of biceps as you pull it towards your chest and reach. Good. You got it. Keep it up. And rest. Good. Final set. You can choose to go back to the weighted sit-up like how we started, or stick with the fun little reach. Up to you. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. I like to add this little reach. If I can challenge myself, I can, but as we all know, MS looks different every day. So there are some days where this is just not an option for me, and that's okay. Good. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Almost finished. And rest. Nice. Grab some water. We're moving on to circuit number 3. So you're already halfway done. You're crushing it. Good work. All right, y'all know the drill. We start with cardio. This one's kind of fun. So it's a little bit of coordination. It feels like a little bit of dancing, so feel free to dance if you want, but it's essentially like a heel tap with a reach. So as I tap a heel out in front of me, I'm gonna reach and pull, reach and pull, okay? I can be forward or I can be up. Now, if seated doesn't work, if this doesn't work, if you've got like a rolly chair or a walker, you can push yourself forwards and back as you reach and pull. So pulling, pushing, reaching, pulling. It's kind of like a combination of both. If that's too much, you just stick with this reach and pull. You can kind of reach to corners and just twist in your chair without using that lower body. Okay, so option seated is here. Forward, up. All right, for those of us standing, we can tap a foot forward and pull. You can also tap a foot back if that feels safer, or you just reach to the corners with a little bit of a twist. Again, have fun with it. If your shoulders are starting to get tired, just reach those arms forward, okay? Here we go. 3 sets, up 30 seconds. We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, obviously, lots of options. I can tap a heel, reach those arms up to the corners. And again, when we reach hands up overhead, you get that blood pumping, but if my shoulders are starting to get tired, reach forward, tap. Good. Again, tap, reach. Add a little bit of a twist. Push and pull if you're seated. Woo! Almost done. Stay strong. 3, 2, 1. Woo, rest. Good. Awesome. If you're standing and you want to try tapping back, give that version a try. If that's too much, stick with the other one or just stay. You can always just shift your weight from side to side. Next set starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So I'm going to a little tap behind. Reach or reach it forward. Good. Again, if you want to dance, you dance. This is your workout. 3 sets of 30 seconds. Good. Or I'm tapping that heel out. Or toe. So many options. Come on. Almost finished. Woo, this one's no joke in those shoulders. We got shoulder presses next. Yikes. You're doing so good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Shake out those legs, shake out those arms. Final round. I'm gonna do this one seated. All right, are you ready? We're gonna save those shoulders. We're just gonna reach it forward, whether you're doing it seated or standing. In 3, 2, 1. Up, and let's go. Nice. We're working those hamstrings, working that core, shoulders. 10 seconds to go. Almost finished. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, rest. All righty. Shake out those arms. We're moving on to our next extra set of exercises, which is upper body. We're doing shoulder presses. So kind of similar how we did our bicep curls, we're gonna do a single arm. So I'm gonna be here, okay? And then switch, and then we're gonna alternate right, left together for our final round. I am only gonna hold this one weight while my hand's on my side. So I'm gonna be here for 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna switch, and then I'm gonna go right, left together. So make sure you have 2 weights handy. If the weights are too heavy, again, drop them. If you can do this standing, great. If not, take a seat, okay? I'm gonna have both weights handy. Here we go. Shoulder presses, right side first. We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Press and press. So I've got a wide press, but if you wanna go narrow, that's fine too. Good. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. If that arm starts to get tired, drop the weight. Still do that motion. Good. Exhale, press. Inhale down. If you're sitting in your chair, check in with your posture. Are you sitting up nice and tall? Are you sitting on the edge of your chair? Good. And rest. Woo. Shake out the arms. This time, left arm's doing the work. Right arm's taking a little bit of a break. We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Inhale down, exhale up. Nice, slow, and controlled if we're seated. I like to use my breath as like a power breath to kind of like get it up there. Kind of gives you a little bit more oomph. Good. Almost there. Stay strong. Nice. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right. Final round, we're gonna be going right, left, together, okay? Little bit of coordination. We're working our brain and working that muscular endurance with these shoulders. Final 30 seconds, my friends. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up with the right, then up with the left, then together. Good. Right, left, together, right, left. Good. Almost there. Right, left. Stay strong, you're almost there. And rest. Woohoo! Shake out those arms. Drop those weights. Grab some water. Moving on to our lower body. We're doing some squat taps. If you ever join me, you know what these are. If not, I will show you what we're doing. Similar to our single-sided work. Squat taps essentially work our glutes, inner thigh, and outer thigh from a seated or standing position. I'm gonna tap that right foot out wide and then bring it back to center. Right side for the first 30, then left side, and then we're gonna alternate for the final 30. If you need to physically lift, totally fine. All right, for those of us standing, you're still hanging on to your chair, countertop, wall, desk, whatever. And you're gonna tap that right foot or that left foot out to the side, slight bend in this leg, then you'll alternate legs, and then we're gonna go right, then left. I'm gonna be switching sides, so if I'm doing my right side, I'm hanging on to the chair with my left, and then switch. And then alternate for that final 30. You can also just like step and come back to center. You listen to your body, whatever works for you. Are we ready? Squat taps, right side first, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Right side first. So I'm tapping to the right and bring it back to center. I have a little bit of a bend in this leg. Working glutes, hamstrings, inner thigh and outer thigh. Nice. You're working some single leg balance if we are standing. Good. Almost there. Stay strong. Feel the burn. I sure do. And rest. Woo! Shake out those legs. We're switching sides. So I'm just gonna walk myself to the other side of my chair. Left leg this time. In 3, 2, 1. So we're tapping that left leg out and back to center. If we're seated, we are here. Good. You know, use that inner thigh as you pull that leg back in. Use that outer thigh and glute as you tap that toe to the side. Good. Keep it up. Good. The final round's a little bit like a side step if you want to think of it that way. A little bit of cardio. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Alrighty. Final set. We're gonna go right, then left. Right, then left if we're seated. Final 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Right, left. Good. Again, still focusing on that motion. Right, then left, or we're here. Right, tap, left, tap. Keep it up. I want to stay focused on where we're placing that foot, finding our balance, because this is still challenging, but it's really important to continue working that balance. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. All right, grab some water. We're moving on to our core. We're just blowing through these circuits like so fast. You know, you have fun when time flies when you're having fun, right? Okay, we got starfish. Feet and ankles are together. I'm gonna bend down, touch those ankles, bring my chest towards my thighs, and then I'm gonna sit up nice and tall, lean back halfway, big Y, exhale, crunch it forward and reach. If you want a little bit more, kind of do like a little bit of a jumping jack, okay? 3 rounds of starfishes. You can include your lower body if you want or not, that's up to you. Okay, here we go. First set of 30 seconds starts now. Lean it down and then come back up, big Y, and then exhale forward. Y, good. Sometimes I like to do a little bit of a jumping jack. Good. Good. So like a little bit of cardio and core together, if that works for you. Inhale, open, exhale. Come down and rest. Good. I'll show you from the side. All right. Next round starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Inhale as we reach. Exhale as we crunch it forward. Good. Nice. Work that core. Work that core. Let's go. You're doing so good. Stay strong. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woohoo! Final set. All right. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last set of starfish. Let's go. Really challenge yourself with that range of motion as you reach, lean it back, and then crunch it forward as you bring your chest towards those knees. Good. Strong core is everything. Yes, so important. Almost there. Good. And rest. Awesome work. You are crushing it. So good. We're on to our final round. Grab some water. Let's go. Okay, this is our final round before we stretch and call it a day. We are starting with a fun one, a challenging one. A little bit of coordination. A knee, jack, jack. So what that's gonna look like, if we're seated, we can go touch opposite hand to opposite knee, or opposite elbow to opposite knee, whichever version feels good. And then 2 jumping jacks. Jack, jack, knee, knee, jack, jack, okay? If you wanna do this one standing, same idea, but I'm probably gonna just touch hand to knee, 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 jack, jack, okay? So that's what we're gonna be doing for these 3 rounds. If at any point you just wanna do jumping jacks, totally cool with me, all right? So you decide which version you wanna do, seated or standing. We're gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Knee, knee, jack. If you need to say it out loud, awesome. It's a little bit of a coordination. We're working a little bit of core. We're definitely working our brain as we touch opposite hand to opposite knee with 2 jumping jacks. Good. Again, we're not really going for speed because this one is challenging our balance, challenging our coordination. Plus we gotta pace ourselves. And rest. Good. I'm gonna do this next version seated. Nice job. All right. Round number 2 starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So again, elbow to knee or hand to knee. Knee, knee. If lifting the leg doesn't work, just touch opposite hand to opposite knee with those jacks. You can also do a seal jack, meaning arms come in front if our arms are starting to get tired, okay? Good. Knee, knee, jack, jack, and a knee. Good work. And rest. Woo-hoo-hoo. Shake out those arms. We're on to our final round. Are you ready? Big breath in. Big breath out. And begin. Let's go. Knee, knee, jack, jack, knee, knee. You are so strong. You're working your full body, challenging yourselves, getting those endorphins going. Yes. Nice work. Almost finished. Good. And rest. Woo! Check out those arms. Take a seat. Grab some water. Our last upper body exercise. We're going to be working our chest. Now it says chest V-ups, but we're going to kind of do a couple different versions for our chest. So we will be doing chest V-ups, but then we'll also be doing kind of like a chest press with our weights. Now, if you have a desk or a countertop or something and you want to do like wall push-ups or desk push-ups, go for it. I don't have anything like that around me, so that just doesn't work for me. So starting with a V-up, what that looks like is my weights are down by my side, my wrists are facing up towards the sky, out wide. As I exhale, I'm gonna bring those weights up together, touching those thumbs, and then open nice and big. So it's like an upside down V, and then up and squeeze. So that's our chest V-up for our first round. And then that second round, we're gonna just do good old reach and pulls like so, like you're doing a push-up from a seated or standing position. And then if you wanna do your final round using your desk, your countertop, and doing push-ups that way, awesome. That final round, you can choose to do a V-up or a chest press. That'll be up to you. So we're working our chest seated or standing, depending on how you're feeling. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Starting with that chest V-up. Open and then up and squeeze that chest. Good. Bringing those thumbs up. This one feels really good because as we open, you're kind of getting a nice stretch. Exhale, squeezing the chest as you bring those weights up. Good. Up and squeeze. Up and squeeze. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Also, if you have like a TheraBand, you can use the TheraBand for this chest press version. I don't have that with me either, so we use what we've got, you know? Okay, next round we got chest press, so we're gonna pull those elbows back and then reach it forward. If the weights get too heavy, drop them, take a seat. Up to you, use your TheraBand or do those desk push-ups, okay? We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're gonna reach and then pull back, reach and pull. Squeezing in that chest as we reach forward. I feel this in my triceps, the back of my arms, my chest, my back. So we're working lots of muscles here. Good. Inhale as you pull those weights towards you. Exhale as you push away. Good. Same thing if we're doing those push-ups. Nice. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Okay. Now you get to decide which version do I want to do. I'm going to do V-ups again because I thought those ones felt good. Maybe the other version felt better for you. Up to you. Last 30 seconds for this chest. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm going to do this one seated. Up and squeeze. So you can be here or you can be here. Up to you, or you're doing those desk push-ups. Hardcore. Go you. Work that chest. If we're seated, are we sitting up nice and tall? Core is engaged. Let's go. Nice work. Almost finished. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. Drop those weights. We don't need them again. All right, we're moving on to our lower body. We got hamstring curls. We're working the back side of this leg. So, seated position. I'm tapping my toe underneath my chair, and we're just going to be alternating the whole time, 3 sets of 30 seconds. If that doesn't work for you from a seated position, you can also use your desk chair, your walker to roll back and forth, using those heels to pull yourself forwards and backwards. You're going to feel in those hamstrings, okay? For those of us standing, if this version feels good to you, you're going to do kind of a version of a butt kicker. Pull that heel up to the glute. A little bit of single leg stance. So, seated or standing option, working those hamstrings. First set of 30 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I can hang on to my chair, a wall, pulling that heel up and up. Good. So this one's really going to challenge your balance. Pulling that heel up, single leg. If that doesn't work for you, we are here. Tap that toe under the chair or drag your toe. You've got carpet. Good. Let's go. We're working that hamstring and rest. Perfect. All right. Decide if you want to do it seated or standing or push yourself forwards and backwards in your chair. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Tap and tap. You can always add that reach and pull for a little bit more. This is going to be easier from a seated position because we're not working on our balance here. If we're standing, this is our version. If balance feels good, if not, we're here. Nice. Stay strong. Just think. One more set of 30 seconds. And rest. Good. Shake out those legs. Get your mind right. Big breath in, big breath out. Final 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Stay strong. Pull and pull. Good job. You're crushing it. You know, research says we should get at least 30 minutes of exercise a day, and guess what you're doing? An hour. You're crushing it. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We even have a bee or something as a part of our workouts. Okay. We're gonna finish strong with some penguins here. I'm gonna use weights. You can take it or leave it. You can do it seated or standing too. So keep that in mind. Penguins are working our obliques. We're gonna lean from one side to the other. with those weights adds more resistance. If you want to try it standing, we're just have a slight bend in our knees and we're just going to reach or drag those weights from side to side, working those obliques. But I'm going to throw in a challenge. We're not doing 3 sets of 30 seconds. We're going to do a minute straight with no breaks and then call it a day. Stretch it out. Cool? So I'm going to put a minute on the clock. We got those penguins with or without weights, seated or standing. You ready? We start in 10 seconds. I'm going to use my weights and I'm going to do it standing. So you decide. We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. You should feel us in those obliques. Nice, slow, and controlled. Functional movement too. You drop your keys, you drop something on the floor, we got to lean down and pick it up and then get back up. So we want to make sure these obliques are nice and strong. Good. Keep that arm straight because we're not like bending. Drag that weight down the side of our leg if we're standing. If we're seated, just leaning from one side to the other. Nice work. Almost finished. We're working that endurance. We're working these penguins. And then we're going to stretch it out and call it a day. What are we at? 10 seconds left. Stay strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Drop those weights. Grab that last swig of water, and we're going to stretch it out and call it a day. Super proud of you. Nice job, everybody. Well, I'm so glad that you joined me today for this awesome workout with this beautiful view. Yay. Take a big breath in and reach those arms up overhead. As we stretch, I want you to check back in with your body. Think about how you came to this workout fatigue-wise, mood-wise, how your muscles felt. Lean to one side. Hopefully we're feeling a little better. Hopefully our mood has shifted a little bit. Lean to the other side. Good. Inhale those arms up. And then we're going to exhale, bring those arms back behind. Maybe you grab your chair or grab your hands behind your back. I want you to take a couple big deep breaths in, opening up the chest. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. As we breathe in and exhale, I want you to reach those arms forward. Nice stretch in those back muscles. It's almost like you're hugging a tree. And shake it out. Stretch out these arms. So inhale into warrior one, palms face up to the sky. Exhale, push those walls away. One arm comes across our body, hug that arm to your chest, rotate in the wrist. Good. And shake it out. Reach those arms wide like you're pushing those walls away. Big breath in, exhale, other arm comes across our chest. Good. Rotate in that wrist. And exhale it out. Shake those arms out. Let's stretch our lower body. Extend that right leg out, heels in the ground, toes pointed up. Reach for that toe, shin, ankle, whatever your range of motion looks like. Big breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Grab underneath that knee, hug that knee up to our chest. Rotate in the ankle, point and flex the toe. Gently grab that ankle, place it on top of our thigh, hinge it forward. Nice stretch in those legs and the glutes and the hips. Awesome. Other side. Extend that left leg out, heels in the ground, toes pointed up and reach. Perfect. Thank your body for how it's moved for you today, how strong it's been for you, your legs, your arms, your core, your mind. Good. Pull that knee up towards that chest, rotate in the ankle point and flex the toe. Your body will thank you for moving today too. Good. Gently grab that ankle, place it on top of your thigh. Play around with the angle, what feels good. Stretching is a good way to listen to our bodies and see what we need. If you want to stay in a stretch longer, that's totally fine. Awesome. Alrighty, grab that knee, place that foot on the floor. Let's take a big breath in, reach those arms up overhead, and then show those muscles because you are stronger than a mess. Awesome job, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you back next time at another Keep Moving with Emily.